Warriors Unite. Written by Logan Highsmith. CO author Thaddeus Lorenson. Chapter 1. The thought of going back to school, the actual, in-person kind, in only a few months stuffed my mind with a whirlwind of questions. What might my peers think of me? Could my old pals still be there, wanting to reconnect? These thoughts raced through my head, growing a mixture of excitement and anticipation. Forget about it, dude. It will not do you any good, Thaddeus cautioned. You are right. Dwelling on it won't change anything, I agreed. Plus, we can't be late for the big party, Justin chimed in. What party? I requested. Did you forget? Thaddeus's birthday party is today. Justin stated excitedly. I went back to my abode to remind Alexis about the party. Me, Alexis, Justin, Eva, Johnny, Thaddeus, we had been all there, making up the general public of the friend group. It appeared that the others hadn't joined us just yet. Without warning, Brennan came whizzing down the street on his bike. Hello my homies. Brennan stated. Inside the absence of a more charming conversation starter, we settled for a collective hi as our initial greeting. Something certainly took place since that last time we spoke. Brennan asked. You mean when I spoke to you 2 days ago? No, nothing has changed, Justin said. Grayson strolled out of his front door and made his way towards Thaddeus's residence, conveniently located just across the street from his own. Properly, something did change. Thaddeus grew to become a 12 months older, Grayson stated. Excellent point, I stated, figuring out I had not thought about that. Nathaniel came zooming in and crashed into the fence with his bike. I'm all right, Nathaniel exclaimed. All of us breathed a moderate sigh of relief. All right, it seems like mostly everyone's here. Let's get moving, I announced. Stepping via the door, we were met with the friendly faces of Brooklyn and Lily, who eagerly welcomed us. Come on in guys, Lily said. The birthday party is in the backyard, Brooklyn stated. Me and the others stepped into the backyard. Many of Thaddeus's friends for school were there. Thaddeus went to take a seat at a table he had set up. Some other girl, whom I assumed was his friend, sat with him. Who's this, Thaddeus? I requested. Oh, her, this is my new girlfriend Sydney, Thaddeus said. Justin simply sorta looked at Thaddeus for a second. Justin, you should be happy for him. I said. I am. I was just a little taken aback by it, Justin stated to me. I gotta move, I'll be back later, Brennan stated. Bye, Lily stated. Oh, do I sense flirting? Thaddeus said. Shut up, Lily yelled at Thaddeus. I heard about your little friend group, by the way, Sydney said. What about it? I asked. The Warriors, Thaddeus informed me about it, Sydney stated. Watch this, I'm going to hit the fence perfectly with this Nerf gun I discovered on the floor, Sydney said. Why? I thought as everyone looked at her in confusion. I'm not getting hit. Johnny stated. The Nerf dart landed right on my face. I yelped, ouch. What was that for? Sydney apologized. Oops, my aim was off and I missed the fence. It's fine, it's now not like you intended to do it, I stated. At least she didn't hit you in the, Justin exclaimed before I cut him off with a warning look. It was clear that Justin was aware of the inappropriateness of his comment and respected my opinion enough to not finish his thought. The celebration was enjoyable for the rest of the time. After a while, people went home. Once I got home, I decided to relax and watch television. Chapter 2. As the sun rose, I stirred from my slumber at 7 and made my way downstairs for breakfast. My dad had brought home Chick-fil-A, but I had to wait a little while before digging in. Suddenly, there was a knock at the door. It was Justin, Eva, and Johnny. Hey, can you and Alexis come outside? They asked. Sure, let me go ask her, I replied. Alexis and I emerged from the house to see what was going on. Do you guys wanna go in the woods or something like that today? Justin asked. Sure, why not? We should at least ask our parents, I said. We requested our parents' permission, and they reluctantly granted it. Me, Alexis, Justin, Eva and Johnny went to the woods. I'm feeling a bit uneasy, maybe we should turn back, Eva suggested. Don't worry, we'll be okay. There's nothing to fear, Justin reassured her. She has a point, something could attack us or something, Alexis pointed out. Right, Johnny said sarcastically. What's that thing? Justin exclaimed. You mean that red thing on the ground? I asked. All right, let's get a better view, Justin exclaimed, inching closer to the object on the ground, with the rest of us trailing behind. You know what? It strangely resembles a Christmas ornament, Alexis pointed out. Who on earth could have been foolish enough to abandon this here? Johnny said, his words struck a chord, highlighting the undeniable truth of the matter. Try smashing it open, see if they left something inside, Eva suggested. Okay, I can do it, Justin said. As Justin's foot made contact with the delicate ornament, a resounding crack echoed. To his surprise, the fragile object split open, exposing a shocking sight, blood staining its interior and an intriguing camera-like device nestled within. What the heck? Justin said. Suddenly, a mysterious noise interrupted the peaceful silence of the forest, a rumbling sound that seemed to be coming from the trees. Out of nowhere, a bobcat emerged from the dense foliage. But hold on, we're not talking about the wild feline here, we're talking about the mighty tractor. Okay, so should we be running? I screamed over the loud sound of the bobcat as it was slowly heading towards us. Point taken, everyone get in that conveniently placed tube. Justin yelled over the loud sound of the bobcat. Due to the size of the tube, we all were able to make our way into it with convenient ease. Fortunately, an exit was available on the other side for potential use in the event of a need for a quick escape. Eva whispered that our presence had become known as she proclaimed, I think it knows we are in here. Eva said, not making things better. Everyone get out of the conveniently placed tube. Alexis yelled. We ran down the path trying to outrun the bobcat. Split up, we can confuse whoever is driving it. I suggested. The bobcat stalked us for what felt like forever, drawing ever closer. With no sign of rescue in sight, we had no choice but to split and hope to divert its attention. Dashing through the undergrowth, scrambling in the opposite direction of our hunter, we scattered and hoped we'd lost it. But soon enough, the loud roar of the bobcat's engine roared back to life. We knew its attention had been drawn back our way. Swerving from side to side, it sped towards us, its tires splattering mud and leaves as it bounded through the forest. Our hearts were in our throat, we were running for our lives. We zigzagged through the bushes, our fear spurring us on. Then suddenly, the bobcat's angry engine faded away and soon it was out of sight. Victory! When me and the others got back to the house, I went in to get a snack and then came back outside. What a time, right Logan? Justin asked. Yeah, tell me about it, I'm sure it can't get any crazier, right? I said. Thaddeus came riding down the street on his skateboard, guess he finally got it out of the sewer. Hey guys, what's going on? Thaddeus asked. Besides being chased by a tractor, nothing much, I said. I explained to Thaddeus everything that had happened in the woods. I guess that's just what goes on in the Warriors friend group, Thaddeus said. We heard a chillingly spooky voice echo Thaddeus, and then an unknown, sickly yellow hue seemed to shoot past my house with seemingly supernatural speed. Although I could not identify what it was, it moved faster than anything I had ever seen before, and I felt a chill down my spine. The lingering atmosphere was one of unease, and I knew that something unexplainable had just occurred. I shuddered to think of what it could have been. Chapter 3. That evening, I experienced a dreadful nightmare, the details of which are still fresh in my mind to this day. The images of the dream felt vivid and real, so much so that it took me some moments to recognize that I was, in fact, dreaming. I experienced a very unsettling feeling throughout the dream, leaving me feeling shaken and disturbed afterwards. In the dream, Thaddeus was there. But he was not alone, there was someone else in the woods with him. Me and the others, and I mean all the others were there as well. The yellow blur was at the end of the path, the one Thaddeus was walking down. There was someone in the trees, stalking him. Everything went black. The next thing I knew, me and the others were walking down a path. Where are we? Grayson and Knox said. That's a good question, I said. I think we might be lost in the woods, Brennan said. This isn't real, I exclaimed. Everything flashed to black and out again. Now I was standing in the same area in the woods as before, only the person from the tree was no longer there. Thaddeus was lying on the ground, not breathing. Thaddeus, Thaddeus, Thaddeus! I yelled. I dreaded to turn around. What was behind me? I turned around only for the yellow blur to jump at me. My heart raced as I jolted awake, realizing it was already 7 in the morning. The sudden fright had me wide-eyed and fully alert, ready to face the day ahead. I rapped upon Thaddeus's door. Thaddeus inquired, "Hey, what's happening, my friend?" I replied, "It's regarding that yellow blur we witnessed yesterday." Thaddeus questioned, "What's the matter with it?" I exclaimed, "I had the most bizarre dream last night, possibly just a coincidence, but I feel compelled to discuss it." As I recounted the bizarre dream I had to Thaddeus, he pleaded with me, "Please, no more dreams of me dying." "Thaddeus, did you happen to catch a glimpse of anything else while we were observing that blur?" I inquired, curious to know if he had noticed anything beyond what met the eye. "I think I saw some kind of drone fly by, it's probably unrelated though," Thaddeus said. "Perhaps we should go talk to the others about this," I suggested. To my surprise, everyone except Brennan made it to the gathering. Justin, with a curious expression, shared an intriguing piece of news. "Guess what? Some new kids just moved in across the street from me today." Intrigued, I couldn't help but ask, "Who are they?" Leading the group, Justin brought us to their house and confidently knocked on the door, announcing our arrival. "Hey everyone, meet Caden and Jaden," Justin introduced with a smile. Jaden, the older brother, and Caden, the younger one, were 2 African American boys who had just relocated to our neighborhood. Amor, their younger sister, was too young to join them outside. "Step into my humble abode, friends," Jaden welcomed with open arms. As Caden ascended the stairs to attend to a task, Jaden guided everyone towards the backyard. Within a matter of seconds, Caden descended, his voice filled with urgency, exclaiming, "Hey guys, you absolutely have to see this. It's mind-blowing." With great anticipation, we all hurried upstairs to catch a glimpse of this awe-inspiring phenomenon. "Come, look out the window," Caden exclaimed. At first, I couldn't spot anything and wondered if Caden was simply playing a prank on us. Our attention was drawn to a blur that darted past on the street, this time in a blue hue. "Hey, did you guys catch that blue one?" Justin queried. "You all saw it too?" I asked, feeling perplexed. With everyone's agreement, I knew for certain that I wasn't hallucinating. Chapter 4. The following day, I found myself at Grayson's place, engaged in a conversation with him. Surprisingly, there weren't many people around, and it seemed that Grayson and Knox were the only ones present. "What are these things?" I asked. "What things, you mean the blurs?" Grayson asked. "Yeah, the yellow and blue things," I said. "This neighborhood is just a strange place, I'm sure it's just our minds messing with us," Grayson exclaimed. "How come we can all see it then?" Knox asked, making a valid point. It was not long however before Grayson and Knox had to go somewhere and I had to return to my humble abode. It was a good 2 hours or so before Justin, Eva, Johnny, and Thaddeus arrived. "What's going on, guys?" I asked. "We were thinking of heading up to the park or something," Thaddeus answered. I had glanced up at the impending sky, the clear blue hue seeming to stretch on for miles yet with the faintest tint of sunshine, and smiled. It seemed that the weather had only grown more perfect for a day out in the fresh, fragrant air. We all made a unanimous decision to head up to the park. On our way up the picturesque path, which had seemed to be made more beautiful with the arrival of spring, we finally made it to the park, and I soon found myself entertained in conversation with my fellow companions regarding varying topics. This continued for quite some time as we took turns at amusing activities and exercises, the whole atmosphere filled with laughter. This is when Thaddeus had approached me when I had stepped away from the group for a few minutes. "Logan, can I have a word?" Thaddeus asked. "Sure," I had answered. He proceeded to inform me about the latest situation that had befallen him. It appeared that he had recently gone through a bad breakup with his girlfriend, and he had just wanted to talk it out. I listened patiently as Thaddeus opened up about how much pain the event had brought him and how the relationship had gone down in flames. "It's okay, dude, you just have bad luck with girls," I said jokingly. "And she was mean about it?" Thaddeus yelled, loud enough for the entire group to hear. "What do you say we call it a day?" I suggested. "Yeah, let's call it a day," Thaddeus said. Chapter 5. The next day, me and the others went to Justin's door. "Guys, I have to go to the pool," Justin said. "If you see any of those weird blurs, say something. Here is a walkie-talkie," Thaddeus said. He handed Justin the walkie-talkie and me the other one. "If you see anything, just press this," Thaddeus said, referring to the button that beeps the walkie-talkie. I was beginning to doubt the very reality of the bright yellow and vibrant blue streaks streaking past my street at what seemed like the speed of light. After all, it very well seemed to challenge our perception of the physical world. How could something as conceptually simple as color exist as a perceivable entity with its own form of movement? Yet, here they were, a living example. Less than 5 minutes after Justin's arrival at the pool, the walkie-talkie burst into a shrill sequence of beeps. I heard words that I could not understand coming out of the walkie-talkie. "Justin, Justin, Justin," I yelled into the walkie-talkie, like that was going to help anything. "All we can do is wait," Thaddeus stated very clearly. "You're right, I mean he was probably just telling us that he saw them," I said. The next morning, I went to Justin's door and rapped upon it. Approximately 2 minutes after the doorbell was activated, Justin responded. "Hey Logan, what's up?" Justin asked. "You cut off yesterday, what happened?" I exclaimed. "Well, I went to the pool and I saw the blurs and they seemed to be moving in my direction, so I pushed them in the pool and they just sorta glitched out of existence," Justin said. "That does not make any sense, but okay, I mean at least we got this worked out," I exclaimed. We went to go meet up with the others to tell the good news. One thing still confused me: these things technically could not exist, so how could Justin have pushed them into the pool? Was Justin lying? Were these things even real? The end. Epilogue. It was really happening, the stress levels were at max. I was really going into the 8th grade. That morning, as I sat in my first period class, the kids gave me a bunch of looks that gave me the message I was not welcomed. "I don't like this," I said to myself. It would only be a few more hours until the day was over, I just had to make it a little longer. Later that day during PE class, I discovered a boy sitting alone behind the bleachers. Worried, I approached him and asked, "Are you all right?" The boy expressed surprise, saying, "Oh, someone actually noticed." Curious, I inquired, "What's your name?" He responded, "I usually go by Raslin, but you can call me Jack." I introduced myself, stating, "Nice to meet you, Jack, I'm Logan." PE class ended and I headed to lunch. As I was sitting at lunch, I saw someone I recognized. A girl I had known since the 5th grade, her name was Hala. Everyone used to always tease me about her even though we had nothing romantic going on. I sat by myself at lunch that day, for all of 2 seconds until Hala noticed me from the other table. "What's up bro?" Hala said. Well, was I really going to tell her the crazy stuff that had gone on in the year or two she had been gone? Heck no. It's been not much different, I said, clearly lying. "So, your parents still tease you about me?" Hala asked. "Yep, definitely," I said. Hala showed me a game she was playing on her computer. It was some game where you made a character. After lunch, I proceeded to my next class. The remainder of the day unfolded quite seamlessly. As long as I concealed my true self from others, everything went well. It was my last class, the end of the day. We had a partner activity in math and I got partnered with some boy with an accent in our class. "What's your name?" I asked. "Grant," the boy said. He showed me some game on his computer where you made a character. "My friend Hala likes this game, I really think you guys would get along," I said. "Well, it just so happens that she's the girl who I have a crush on," Grant said. I was thrilled by this news. Finally, my parents wouldn't be able to claim that I liked her solely based on Michael's opinion, which I didn't share. I knew exactly what needed to be done. I had to bring Hala and Grant together. "Do you want me to help you get with her?" I asked. "You can bet on it, 100%. Grant said. "Consider your wish, granted," I said jokingly.